Let's audio check. Audio check.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, hey.
Ho, ho.
No sound. No sound.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. Somebody said.
Oh,
Wait,
I
no,
missed one. I missed one when unmuting. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Is
Yes,
it
I
just
can.
me that wasn't heard or everybody? Okay, so hi, welcome to another Killing Floor 15th anniversary live stream. We've got more special guests this time, some directors in Killing Floor land with us. We have David Amata, product director of Killing Floor 2, Bill Munk, creative director for Killing Floor 2. For those of you that may not know who these people are and what they do, go ahead and ask you guys to give a brief look into your lives here at Tripwire. We'll start, I guess, with Bill. Who are you?
All
What
right.
do you do?
What's up, guys? Name's Bill Munk. I'm one of the actual original founders of Tripwire. So way back in the Red Orchestra mod days, even.
Yeah.
In Killing Floor 2, I was the creative director and got my hands very dirty with, weapon animations, genetic freaks, mocap, all that fun stuff, and balance. And currently, I'm the lead combat designer on Killing Floor 3, which we can't talk about, but you guys know we're working on it.
Yes.
Interesting fact that's scary for me is when we first started the company, I was in my 20s, and now I'm 45. So
You've
a
grown
lot of
up
time's
with
gone by.
literally with the company,
Yeah.
yeah, and with players, I'm sure. On the same with the journey with you guys. That's really wild to think about. David, who are
Hey,
you and
everyone.
what do you do?
Hi, everyone. I'm David Amata. I'm the product director here at Tripwire. A lot of my focus is on overall live ops, product strategy, and monetization. Spent a lot of time in the later years of KF2's post-launch support, kind of guiding all the various content updates over the course of the many years, largely from like 2019 onward. History with Tripwire, I started back in 2016, originally within the QA team. Kind of worked a little bit from there and went into production later on, worked with Bill, and then onward to more product strategy at that point. So they got me fresh-faced out of college, and I've been with Tripwire ever since.
Yeah, in it from younger than I got into
Yo,
it. That's
give it another 15 years
Oh
and
my gosh.
we'll
How
see
much do we
some
have
great
in us,
gray hair, David.
guys? And I'm sure you guys notice Yoshiro is with me, community manager. I think a lot of you know what he does as a senior manager. Some of you don't want to know, pretty sure. But yeah, he is also with us to help. We're going to get questions going. You guys have been sending in questions. We're going to take some time to go over those. And then we're going to play a little bit of Killing Floor. We are going to play on Suicidal a bit. And we have our friend Dragonfly again here to help carry us. Because, we always like a little extra help. And then we are going to announce a couple clip winners from the clip submissions that have been coming in, and we'll get to watch that. So I'm excited about that. So stay tuned. So yeah, we'll dive into a few of these questions. We'll start with, we have a question from RPG247A on the Tripwire forums. They say, "Hello, lads. My question is this. I've always loved the design of enemies in the Killing Floor franchise. My personal favorites are husks and crawlers. I want to ask what your favorite Zeds are in the franchise, either from Killing Floor 1 or 2. Seasonal Zeds count too, and that can be a favorite from gameplay, visual, sound, whatever perspective. They want to know what's your Zed of choice."
Bill, why don't you go ahead and lead with that one, since you probably have the most hands-on experience with those Zeds.
Yes, very intimately. Man, that's actually it's actually a hard call which one's my favorite because there's different elements. I think if I had to just pick one, it would have to be the Scrake for me. There's just something about that design, and it's actually changed so much from the first one to the
Yeah.
third one. I know a lot of people have seen the new Scrake reveal that we did. You see it and you're like, oh shit, that's a Scrake, but
Mhm.
it definitely looks way, just cooler, and it's got that grappling hook, which is pretty nasty in the
Terrifying.
game. So yeah, and I would say the variant that I like the most on that is the Summer Sideshow version. I love the Scrake with the monkey mask.
The
Just something
Monkey
about that.
Man.
It just
Oh, it's so good.
feels
Uh,
so cool to me.
there is someone in our community that made an amazing cosplay with it, and I believe they actually kind of use it um, eh, to scare the people in their neighborhoods. Like they get it out at Halloween and stuff, and yeah, it's pretty terrifying.
Oh, do you got a picture of that? I've
I
never
don't have
seen.
one with me, but I can get one up for the
Okay.
Discord and stuff later. Tripwire
Yeah, yeah.
has like retweeted it and stuff, but yeah,
I
I
don't know
don't
how I missed
remember.
that.
I will bring it back to Slack as well. Yeah, I mean, we've got the game has 8 years worth of players, expressing themselves through art with, their joy for the game. And it's really cool to see stuff like that. I think, yeah. David, who's your favorite?
Yeah, I've always been really fond of the Flesh Pound. It's always felt very iconic to
It
KF2.
is. It
And in
is.
terms the gameplay with it, I just love when it gets into that charge point and just everything that's in front of it gets obliterated, whether it's a friend
Yes.
or a foe.
Once it sets its sight on you, it's kind of terrifying when you realize, oh, it's me. It's after me. I'm gonna run now, or however you choose to.
I was gonna say, because we're collecting players' favorite moments over the past 15 years of Killing Floor, that just reminded me of one of mine from the very early days of KF, where, microphones and headset weren't quite as ubiquitous in terms of, online gaming, and a lot was still via, chat. And I recall many a game where uh, I would go to type into chat FP, shorthand for Flesh Pound, and then I wouldn't like hit that enter button and send that message, and there'd be FP
Yeah,
you are dead. Send
that's
message.
that's a
Here's my
very
Zeds died message.
that's a very Killing Floor ism. Like that's definitely, yeah. You're panicked. You're trying to let others know it's coming, but it's too late.
By trying to help, I have killed myself.
Yes, and it reminds me of Monty Python and the Holy Grail in that cave where the rabbit is, and they're reading,
Ah,
and he's writing, and he dies in the middle of it, and trails off.
yeah.
Ah! So yeah, it's very much like that. Um, I think the siren is my favorite. If I get to chime in, um, she's changed a bit over the years, and I thoroughly enjoy hearing the squeak, squeak, squeak as she's coming towards
Mhm.
you. Killing Floor can be so loud, right? But then there's these little sounds that are like they just you catch them enough to where they trigger. Oh, that's the siren squeaking her way towards me, and it's such a, I don't know, the body core with the siren is pretty crazy as well. And she's my favorite. She has my favorite seasonal Zed skin, the summer sideshow siren, bearded lady slash mermaidish type thing, whatever. She's a mesh of a few attractions, carnival attractions, I guess we'd say. And she sings the me and Figaro, Figaro, and I love it. It's adorable and creepy and terrifying. Everything Killing Floor can be.
Yeah, it's always terrifying to get taken out by a sneaky siren from either Figaro or
Yeah.
from a distance.
Yes. 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 We'll go on to another one.
Do I get to? Do I not get to say my favorite? Is that how this works? We just.
Oh,
Oh,
I
I
thought
see
you
how it is.
did. Did you just
No.
decide to ignore the topic and
I
say
was
your own
adding
thing?
additional information onto somebody
Okay.
else's stuff.
Okay, go for it, Jared. I'm sorry.
My favorite Zed is probably the Husk. Not just because I helped come up with his name originally, way back when. Um, but I just love the way he brings something new to the fight, and he's kind of continued to evolve over KF2. Um, and I like the what he brings to kind of the gameplay as a whole.
Hmm.
But if we're gonna do seasonal variants, it's got to be the Ginger Fast
That's
because he is
iconic.
Oh
just
yeah,
truly the best, and I bet you taste delicious.
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. That is an amazing seasonal event character. You taste delicious.
Yeah, and for
Yeah.
those of you that don't know, Bill is many of the Zeds, right? You've provided your vocal talents for a few Zeds over the
Yeah,
years.
back in the day, yeah,
Yep.
for KF2, and yeah, we actually have a bunch of we did most of the characters in KF2 are all mo-capped, and
Hmm.
we did a bunch of practice, with just using our phone, just trying to feel out like how the characters would look. I actually stumbled on it the other day looking at it. I'm like, oh God, if this ever got out,
That's amazing. So
it's
I
pretty
think it
special.
should get out, is what
I
I'm
was gonna say
hearing.
I
I
think
don't know. There's that treadmill
I
back
was
in
gonna say there's the treadmill video of which will never see the light of day, I'm sure, but it is so glorious,
yeah.
and I
Do you
like to
still
think
have
of
it?
it fondly. I don't think I do.
Oh
I think it's
man.
been lost between so many different machine changes I've done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Yeah,
I've
this was
lost some gold
so
too.
I mean I'll tell the story of it because it is pretty hilarious. I can laugh at myself. This was back in Red Orchestra 1 when we were working on the retail release, and back then we mocap was very expensive and we could not afford that. So I would video record myself moving around, and I was trying to get like video recording of me walking. Was it sidestepping?
sidestep.
Yeah, sidestepping on a treadmill. And let's just say it did not feel natural. And Jared was recording me, and I'm looking at Jared, and I'm like, do I look retarded? And they took it and put it on a loop. And yeah, we didn't use that for reference, but that was definitely pretty special.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sure
I
that's
wish we could
blackmail
find that.
footage for sure.
I wish we could find it. I mean, it is hilarious. I got
Um,
no problem laughing at myself.
oh my gosh. Yeah. And that's something really cool to talk about. What was it like? I know there are dev diaries about the amazing animation and mocap stuff in Killing Floor 2 with Giacomo, right?
Yep,
Did I get
Giacomo
it?
Harvard. Hmm.
Got it. And amazing guy, by the way. But yeah, so what? Yeah, talk a little bit about that. What that was like getting to do that.
Oh, that was like one of my favorite experiences in my career. Actually, starting out with us just getting the video, and then I would send it to him. He was really fun to work with, and then he would put his own spin. Oh, what if we do it like this? And really getting into the character. I think one of the biggest like standout moments that I remember from that shoot when we were at Sony's mocap studio in San Diego was for the crawler. He actually did all those moves, so he'd be on all fours, running, jumping, doing the flips and stuff like that, and he was sweating so profusely that there was a guy, an assistant with a mop, and literally it would be 30-second take, and then the guy with the mop would have to mop all the sweat off
Oh,
the area because he's just drenched in sweat because he had to like put so much physical effort into it.
that's commitment.
That's intense.
Oh
That's
yeah. I mean,
wow. Yeah.
yeah, he loved it though. I mean, that was so much fun. and then just working on like all the death stuff and the hit reacts, and I totally get into all that.
Yeah, the just knowing that, he's behind as a person, behind the bloat shuffle, and that he's actually trying to work.
Yeah.
You're seeing these things and you're working together and he's getting the movements, and then from there, then it's getting programmed in the game. And
Well, the funny thing too is the bloat was actually one of the hardest ones for him to do
was it?
because he's in such good shape. Like, I mean, this
Oh,
dude can do
yes.
backflips and like
Yeah,
crawler, right?
very
But then
athletic.
when you're like, hey, can you play a super fat ass? Like he had trouble doing it, and I was actually really good at it. But yeah, we didn't record me for it, but he got it after a while. But that was actually hilarious because that was the one I would have thought would have been like the easiest to nail, but he just couldn't get like a fat walk, and like just acting like a disgusting fat ass. He just couldn't pull it off. But
nailed it.
He did.
It ended up.
I'm proud of him. We gave him some cheeseburgers before he did the show.
The bloat is
Some lard.
is something special because of him. Yeah.
Well, with these questions out of the way, why don't we get a game queued up? We'll try
Okay.
drawing some questions from chat before we go back to our handy dandy list. And thank you everyone who submitted questions beforehand over on the official forums.
Heck yes.
That makes it handy and it helps us get better answers for you.
Yes, and quick reminder that we are focused on Killing Floor, existing Killing Floor, and Killing Floor of the past. We're celebrating 15 years of Killing Floor. So today is not the day for KF3 questions. Those days are coming. They're not here yet. You're getting a bit of a trickle of goodies coming your way right now. So make sure, if that is what you're truly interested in, you follow our socials, check out our forums. That's where you're going to find the latest Killing Floor 3.
I do have a question for chat though, and it is
Okay.
KF3 related.
Oh,
Which reveal so far has been your favorite? The cyst or the Scrake?
that we can ask.
Chat, let us
Yeah,
know.
we
Which
can
one
talk
did you
about the
like?
reveals.
Yeah. All right, then Molly and Dragon go ahead and ready up, and let's get a game going.
Let's go.
And our announcement trailer too did show the Fleshbound. So
Mhm.
Was that
That's
the Fleshbound?
true. He
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
I was.
I don't know. It seems so unique and different.
Who is he, and what does his daddy do?
A lot of Scrake for shores. Both. Some love for the cyst in there.
The cyst is so weird. Just the idea of a kind of underdeveloped thing. We meant to actually change
What's
maps,
the
didn't we?
joke about the cyst?
Get ready, tout le monde.
Oh, you mean the new one?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I don't know what. He likes to scare little children playing peekaboo.
Now, while we watch this, I'm gonna have to make sure I hold my tongue because there's new gameplay features we have in Killing Floor 3.
Yes,
that it's
don't. Yeah.
it's like, Molly, why aren't you doing the blink?
Yeah. And actually, yeah, I do want to. We played this map last time. We should switch it.
All right. What do you want to switch it to? We'll switch it live. We're early enough.
Chat, would you what? We played Paris and we played Biotics last stream, so pick a different map for us.
Yeah, chat. Where do you want us to go?
Oops. Someone said nuked.
Good choice. 32 options.
I think they'll get slaughtered.
Quite a few nukes are coming in, so I
Yeah.
think that answers that.
That was the first one, so just go with
Yeah. All right. I will die here as I get this queued up.
that. Fighting to get this back on full screen.
And here we go.
And away we go. Oh, I see some love for Spillway too. It's also a good.
All right, we can
map.
queue up Spillway for our second one. That seems good.
this better be abandon all hope. No, it's
Nope.
not. It's not. Unless you just want to watch us stare at a dragonfly play the whole time. She can handle it. But that was a fun addition to the game. Players wanted to see a little more challenge beyond Hell on Earth, so they got it in a form of a new weekly mutator where we put their skills a bit more to the test.
I believe it's active now on the index.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's why they want us on it. I mean,
So
Short
the
answer.
weekly,
I do not believe we have the skill to accomplish that here today.
and I'm not ashamed
Now-
to admit it.
Yeah, if we had some of the QA guys in there, if we had some of our veteran devs, yes, we could have a team that can accomplish it. That is not who is here today.
No.
be a very quiet stream. It's a lot of focus staring.
Yes, that's yeah, and that's something we can look into with future streams. If you want to see a community game night go hardcore, and the focus is just on gameplay, let us know. We can try to get that going, and possibly even throw in some mods to go, if we do well, go beyond that. But yeah, we like to have a bit of a conversation with this the chat.
Someone
as
needs to
well.
put the clot backpack on.
The clot
Oh.
backpack? Do I have a backpack?
Yeah.
I've got space.
I've got the Space Monkey backpack. My favorite.
Nice.
I'll,
Nice.
I'll switch over. Let's see. We have
I saw
variety of them.
this
That's my
pop
favorite
up in
cosmetic.
chat before we switch, but do you guys have favorite perks? David, I'm gonna guess yours is Gunslinger because that's what you always play, as we can
Yeah.
see here.
You'd be right.
but why is it Gunslinger?
I love the mobility plus the high damage. So it's a pretty high, strong power, but a lot of risk gameplay with it. And I just like being that mosquito that takes care of all the big Zeds while
Buzzing
moving
around all of them.
The mission is underway.
All right,
Lock
and
and
Bill, what is your favorite perk?
Oh man, that's so hard for me to pick because it depends what kind of mood I'm in. You know.
I mean, I have 3, so don't feel bad.
That's what I say. They're like kids to me. Like I can't have a favorite. It's like, well, I guess kids, you don't say I like one or over the other depending
I mean,
on
you're
my
not
mood.
supposed to.
But
We're all my favorites.
yeah, depending on my mood, they're all my favorites. But you know,
Yeah, I mean, if I have to pick, I would go Berserker, Commando, Sharpshooter, but it's a close mix-up with Gunslinger because Gunslinger you just
oh, you guys are
feel
back
really
here.
badass.
Yes.
So that is actually a good segue to another question I saw earlier. So community members like to remind us that at least in code, there was another perk that never made it into KF2. Bill, can you give us some insight into what kind of the design was and what
if
happened
you
there?
remember that far back.
If you can remember some of these things, I can help out a little bit, but you might have more insight than me.
Starts with the urban.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess I won't get in trouble talking about it. Yeah. I mean, it was the Urban Ninja, if I'm remembering correctly. Is that right?
Yeah.
Also known as the martial artist in code.
Yeah, the community gave it its own name because we never talked about it. So they talk about it as the martial artist, but internally it was referred to as the urban ninja. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was basically, I would picture as you have Sharpshooter and Gunslinger. You could also picture the Berserker and Martial Artist kind of as a counterpoint, but similar types of perks.
I like it when everyone makes
And
it out
the
loud.
biggest reason why we ended up cutting it for KF2 was just the time and resources to get everything together, for that specialist.
Yeah.
But I was definitely
And then-
bummed, like I really wanted it.
Zeds on the way.
Yeah.
So
and then
I will
we,
say, from what I recall, there was, as we went into early access with KF2, the Berserker actually took on quite a lot of the traits that might have been originally set aside
Due to player feedback.
for the
Yeah.
martial artist due to player feedback. So it kept making the perk less unique in design. So that is another reason why it kind of got sidelined while other developments continued to happen.
Yeah.
Port's
Yeah,
closed.
it kind of
Go
became
make a
the
difference.
catch-all for almost all melee weapons that we had in the game.
Yeah.
Where we
Yeah.
want to go? Are we holding on this back
Yeah,
area?
because the Berserker was originally more, just straight sword and board that was supposed to be, tanky, but not necessarily high damage. And definitely the feedback we got going into that initial early access run was people were not enjoying that build so much. So, all right, let's try and survive this, and then I will try and answer or grab a few more questions, not necessarily answer them. That's for our special guest mostly.
Ah, they got me. I've been barfed on.
I have, or somebody has.
So are we watching Mia play right now?
Oh,
Yes.
sorry. We are watching Mia die.
Oh,
Uh-oh, hold on.
We
you
yeah,
were on the wrong side of a wall. I did not know
yeah.
you were dying over there.
oh well, oh yeah.
I was on the other side.
Oh, that was the lag because I was watching. Like, you're not dying, and then a minute
You're
later,
fine!
I'm watching you
Oh,
get
go.
slaughtered.
Yeah. I let myself get closed in the spot. You're not supposed to let yourself get closed in.
Really good kiting map. Move around the loop a bit.
Yep.
Yeah, it is an amazing kiting map.
Yeah, that was a noob play right there.
Wow.
David.
Hey-oh.
I'm just teasing.
Oh, I was just assuming you were talking at David, who it's focused on. We're just gonna direct that at David.
Yeah. That was
Okay.
David.
My bad.
What is your little clot whispering to you in your ear, David? Is it encouraging you?
Sweet nothings.
Sweet.
It's just like handing me magazines. It's how I can dual wield.
When do we
making sure I
get
can keep things
snacks,
loaded.
Daddy?
Man, one thing we wanted to have, but we just for performance reasons didn't have time to pull it off. But I really wanted that guy to be animated.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
someday.
Sure. There's a little bit of chatter in chat about the. I guess I forgot to talk about how successful the free weekend was for Killing Floor.
Oh,
It
yes.
exceeded our expectations a bit and tested our inventory system.
Don't believe on anything.
If you
So-
do still have some missing items in some way, do reach out to support. That is mostly clearing up. Jared knows a little more.
So yes, I'm happy to chat a little more on that subject.
I am.
As far as we are aware, our item server is running normally as of this point and dealing with the load. However, there is some cases where things may have gotten, lost in the mix. So if you had issues, try logging in again. Try, launching the game, closing it, launching it again, see what populates. And if you're still having an issue at that point, reach out to support. Support.killingfloor2.com. Have your receipts, have your account info, and they will be happy to get anything fixed up for you.
Yeah.
But if you've been following along, yes. A little bit of too successful, a little bit of fun new. Every time we've ever had an error with the backend like that, it's always been something new, which always makes it interesting for the person who has to
Why not heal myself?
fix it. But not necessarily quick or easy.
But the silver lining is we're really excited to bring in thousands of new players and bring them to the joy
Yes.
of what KF2 is.
So you guys be
words and all.
awesome community members and welcome them. Teach them the Killing Floor ways as I try to appeal to new players. I get murdered. But yeah, There are many little secret ins and outs of Killing Floor that become more apparent over time, and it's definitely worth hooking up with some veteran players to take you through some of the ins and outs.
All right.
I see a question about why did we add the E.D.A.R.s?
Cool.
If you'd like me to talk about that.
Sure, go ahead.
Sure, if you want to.
Yeah,
I'll
you
eat
know,
or
I mean,
for
I
it.
know a lot of the fans actually didn't like it, which I apologize for, because the E.D.A.R. was one of the things that I pushed for. The big motivating factor is we really wanted some Zeds that had projectile abilities, you know, like more like a soldier, just to like mix up the experience, and that's kind of what kicked it off, you know. But I think one of the big prompts is it was too sci-fi based and not enough of the horror element. So we won't make that mistake again.
They fit theme-wise if you knew enough lore to kind of get into the whole E.D.A.R. thing, and them being kind of tied to Rachel and the matriarch and all that. Yeah, I think you're right. It was just the I think it was just the shock of you're shooting more metal than flesh all of a sudden, and but yeah, I think the challenge that they brought to the game, a lot of people actually like ended up really getting into that. Because they do force you to look around a bit more for that ranged threat, where you really only had to worry about the husk, really, for that
Right,
kind
that's
of
you have the husk and a very limited siren.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
everything else was like had to get to you.
Yeah, the E.D.A.R.s also forced you to potentially not just aim at the head, which, like, there's two different groups, and I'm being overly generous here, but there's two different groups of, like, Killing Floor players. In my official, you know, community manager hat on. And once again, I'm being overly, you know, general. But there's I want to pull the trigger and laugh as stuff in front of me dies and blows up, and there's awesome. We learned it's pronounced Jibs, apparently, instead of Gibbs in the last 24 hours, thanks to the platform formerly known as Twitter. John Romero, official statement on that. So throwing that out there. If you disagree, take it up with him, not me.
Yeah. Don't
It was
add
news
us
to me
about
as well.
that.
What did he say?
He said it's pronounced Jibs because it's short for giblets, not Gibbs. So
I'm gonna have to. I don't care.
You're calling foul? Yeah,
it's Gibbs for me. I mean,
many people are of the opinion that it's a whole new word and should be treated, you know, as such.
Well, it might be Jibs in other games, but in Killing Floor, it's Gibbs.
Oh, also, because I'm not healing myself in between rounds. I'm gonna get Beybladed. I have a point that I'll get to in a minute. Should I?
Remember to move and shoot.
Yeah, the only thing we'll correct you on is calling Zeds zombies. They are specimens or Zeds. Or those jerks.
Bounce.
Yep.
Genetically modified organisms.
Yes.
Or what I like to call genetic freaks.
Oh!
Oh boy.
Yep. I've lost my friends. And I don't mean my new friends that are hurting me.
No! I don't know who's behind me.
I am not. I'm looping around another way and trying to meet up with you guys on the other side.
Oh, I did survive.
No promises.
I saw some questions asked about the weapons, the weapon sounds. So they were actually a mix of real life recordings that were done. Some of it was recordings that we had done, sourced from Red Orchestra 2, because we went very elaborate on the sound recordings for that. And then some of them are, you know, highly modified, and our sound designers doing their magic to create that. So it was kind of a smorgasbord of all the above, from recording real life weapons, new stuff, along with recording specifically Red Orchestra 2 weapons that were then highly modified, and then completely synthetic ones as well.
Yeah, we've got a lot of off-the-wall weaponry that's been added over the years. So, like what a machine gun sounds like is a lot of what we got to craft custom for it, rather than something we had to record.
Perfect. Pod is open again.
You didn't have a Dashin gun
Killing-
handy to just
Killing
record?
Floor,
The basic go fast moves
Killing
slowly
Floor
with
1
range,
port for
but
consoles would
breaks
be
into
a little
sprint when he gets close to its
tricky.
It is almost impossible due to the age of the engine and the fact it was never
Yeah.
designed for those platforms, and the hardware and software designed to build that engine would have to be recreated from
Yeah.
scratch, or the entire engine rebuilt for modern hardware just to even build
Thank
the game,
you.
which makes the odds of that
I
happening
suggest you
extremely
purchase
low.
armor.
Yeah, I mean, I would. It's
Unfortunately.
not that it's impossible, but it'd be extremely expensive. It'd be so expensive that, unless millions of units were sold, it would, it would be devastating
Hurry
for
up.
Tripwire.
Zeds are getting closer.
That was something else.
Yeah, it's not quite copy-paste to go from engine versions. So we're going all the way back to, I think it was a UE 2.5 that was
Go
built off
kill
Yeah.
of.
some Zeds.
Yeah,
Picking
that
that's
up
an
to
old
E.D.A.R.s
engine.
There was one version of UE2 that was actually built for the original Xbox, and that is not the version our game is built on.
See someone talking about the. Yeah, thanks for the props on the gun animations. That was a big thing that I headed up. Through the history of Tripwire, how weapons feel and how moment-to-moment gameplay is. That's my big passion, and I really wanted the weapons that hit that next level. And we actually hired a guy who's specializes in Hollywood reloads and being able to reload 2 pistols at once. So pretty much most of the weapons you see are actual, the mocap. We had to highly clean them up, but it really laid a really good foundation, and along with having their elite reload concept. So instead of just generically speeding the animation up, we actually show it look different. Well, it's a lot of work, but
Oh, we got a flashbang in our midst, as David just found
I'm
out.
ready for it!
2 for 2. Every time he pops up, I'm down.
I was gonna say, Bill, that's actually a great segue into, because you were talking about the elite reloads and how they're distinctly different animations. Could you tell the people about the Zed animation differences as you go up in difficulty? Because that's also something that happens.
yeah, I mean that was a very big thing. I was super proud of as well.
hate it!
In most games, you basically go into harder difficulty, and they just make them do more damage and move faster and bullet sponges. And really did not want that for Killing Floor 2. So we went to the approach where in the higher difficulties they actually do more advanced moves. I'd say one downside is only the veteran players on Hell on Earth could really experience everything. So not everyone got to experience it, but I do think it was a special twist on game difficulty that pretty much no one else does. I don't really know of another game that has played this difficulty and they do different moves. I could be wrong though, but at least when we made it,
At the
no one else had
time,
that.
I wasn't aware of it
Yeah.
being done somewhere else. Doesn't mean it wasn't, but yeah, I wasn't aware of it. And it was, for me, I'm kind of a casual player when it comes to video games, but when I found out that that was a part of KF2, it made me want to get better to play with the extra Zed attacks, because it's oh, I can play a different game. I can crank up the difficulty, and it's a little bit of a different game, so that, yeah, it's more appealing to me. Then, like you said, the bullet sponge.
Yeah, I can't
Dragon's
stand
got it.
I can't stand that when games do that.
Get
Like
to
you
the
want the
indicated part for resupply.
you want the better challenge, but they just, because it's kind of it's the easy button out, right, to make it harder. But it definitely doesn't equal more fun or excitement.
Yeah, it just drags out the pacing.
Yeah.
Any given fight.
I'd rather they hit harder
Upgrade your gear.
than have more health.
Hit differently.
Why aren't there any new
Mexico.
big Zeds on KF2? So our approach to Killing Floor 2 is we wanted to take what we had in Killing Floor 1 and just make it
Last chance.
super
I have
polished.
to power down the
We
pod.
wanted to take the gameplay that we had put together with the Zeds
Who's our-
and really, focus,
Break
focus
that
on
over.
that.
Get
I don't know
back
if
to
you're
work.
storing
All
those
Zeds
or
inbound.
I'll give them back. I was just resetting them. Oh, too many. I don't know if that's a thing here or not, actually. Not my server. No! I'm just trying to throw the rhino. Uh-oh.
And then when we started doing updates and we started adding other filler stuff, it was one of the challenges. Like each Zed that we added was an immense amount of time, and then the way it would modify the gameplay as well.
Oh,
So it just ended up always being really difficult to like get
Now that everything's
another
snapped.
big different Zed in.
Yeah. Because they all kind of work in concert with each other within the spawn waves. So the moment you introduce something dramatically different that takes the place of something that would have otherwise spawned, it can definitely change the overall mix and balance of the given difficulty.
Yeah, but that's not to say, I do think we have a lot of ideas or had a lot of ideas for other stuff. And maybe someday in the future we'll see that in future iterations of Killing Floor.
But we're not talking about the future today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was very, very proud of the bosses that we added over the course of time. It's kind of what they changed up the formula, different type of having more bruisers with the King Flesh Pound, the Abomination, and then the blend of characteristics that we got with the Matriarch.
Well, yeah, the fact that we had like these new bosses that showed up for things like endless mode and Krampus, that felt.
I loved Krampus.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
too.
I actually voiced the Krampus.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's some familiar names on the naughty list.
Wow.
Mine.
I think Gar-
Mine's in the one that always gets replaced by the player name, so it doesn't get seen. Or mine's one that always gets replaced, but it's okay. I know it's there.
someone sounds a little salty.
I'm not salty.
No,
I'm fine. I just thought it was cool when I saw that being made. And yeah, there's a few little Tripwire Easter eggs in the games over the year. Little dev Easter eggs.
So I see a question about incursion. Yeah, so we always like to try to experiment when we can on different types of tech. And back then with VR, we really wanted to we thought Killing Floor would make a really cool title in VR, and that was kind of what springed it off. And yeah, I mean, it was the people working, like I personally wasn't able to work on it because VR makes me sick when I put the headset on.
Yeah. It's not
And I
for
think too, I
everybody.
have glasses, so I feel like I can't see good, and I don't know, just my brain says, "Hey, you're not moving," and
Yeah.
visuals show me moving. I'm like, I'm gonna puke. When I was younger, none of that would have bothered me. When I was younger, I could do roller coasters. You could spin me around and whatever, and I'd be fine. But when I hit my mid-30s, that all went away.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
But yeah, the team working on it, they you
Watch
know,
out for
it
those
was
spinning
an
magnets.
immense
One
challenge,
hit
you
from
know,
that can send you
to
to
do
your
it, but
maker.
It was the
they
team's
enjoyed
first
it.
Unreal Engine 4 title too.
It
Mhm.
was. There's a Glock back there.
Like being chewed into pieces?
Oh, okay. I've got
Feels
two in
like
my
an
hand.
eon
Oh, I keep
ago.
picking up rhinos here. I dropped it for somebody.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was a very fun title. I worked a lot on the PSVR port of Incursion, so helped out with kind of defining what the controls look like,
Don't play with the
making sure it played well with the PS moves.
Mhm.
I loved Incursion. I had a great time with Incursion.
Yeah.
Um,
I love the
and-
interactions you have with the environment and the world and just how much interactivity.
Getting to see the scale of the Zeds that way is a bit terrifying. I know everyone had something to say about the. Was that another AA12? Everyone had something to say about seeing crawlers for the first time in VR, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
didn't we
Yeah.
have?
Well,
didn't
we had
a tester.
we had a person.
Yes.
It wasn't a tester. It was it was an outside tester. Somebody who came
yeah.
in to blind test.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that, but I heard about it.
I mean, I was down the hall and I heard it.
Pre-wireless VR too, so you can imagine.
Yeah,
Pull the
so
cable.
the story I was told was that the reaction to seeing some of the Zeds and stuff was so strong that they tried to get up on a table that didn't really exist or something.
Correct.
Yeah. And they had to be like kind of prevented from hurting themselves. Because Incursion came around a time when VR was really new. That was my first VR experience at all. Was testing Incursion, and that's a bit like getting thrown into the deep end a little. But that's definitely some of my wilder memories from showing games at conventions as well. Because again, you were introducing people to VR for the first time.
Mhm. Let's see. Someone asked a question about what was the favorite thing to do when I did the Krampus voice. Drink a little bit, and then I'd actually it sounds weird, but I'd put some grapes in my mouth, and just to get that like juicy, gross kind of vibe to it, and go nuts.
You're quite dedicated to your voice work.
I'm quite dedicated to act a fool, that's for sure.
Because if I recall, you had people, you helped people pretend to drown themselves for Maneater, for voices. Didn't?
Well, we weren't
Derps.
pretending.
Oh, okay. You were actually
No.
drowning each other.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
know
no,
if
no,
we want
no.
to admit that, but
Well, no, we weren't. I'm joking.
different kind of.
Yeah, I
crush
mean,
or-
trying to get the sound effect in Maneater was really interesting
I
because
want to be with the rest.
we
of
would jump in my pool, and then Andrew Deering had a special type of microphone that you could put in the water, and we would just
not
tell
using
people, just scream for your life, and they would scream, and most of us actually blew our throats, like our voice box was just destroyed after that, trying to get like screams and
Yeah.
moving in the water. But it's actually really hard sampling sound effects for
In the
an
water?
underwater.
You were by yourself at that point. I'm sorry.
I was. I got cut off from everybody.
Yeah. Who here?
Ooh, footbound.
Yeah, the Scrake and Flesh Pound decided to follow me, and while I handled one, I wasn't ready for both.
Alright, I think it's down.
Oh, it's down. A little delayed.
Why don't we have any good
Grenade.
merch for KF2?
You've got a real fight ahead.
What is that?
I would
is that
love
A,
it.
is that a
Yeah, but-
request for more merch?
Been walking.
What?
I mean-
A Flesh Pound statue. I mean, I can't argue that.
Yeah.
I will say, have you guys seen the Scrake sculpt video that went out?
That was super cool.
Yeah, I want it.
Yep.
Well,
I'm actually we're talking to him. What's that?
I said I can actually answer the question because I
Okay.
help with our merch stuff. Short answer is merch doesn't really get a lot of transactions. And cool merch is expensive to make, and expensive to store, and expensive to ship.
I'm about to shut the pod.
So unless there's a lot of people who are buying stuff, it is very hard to commit to making things like that. That being said, some of the
All
best
Zeds on
stuff
the
we've
scope.
ever made and
Got 2
quickly
enemies
sold
at me.
out was our
it's possible.
Flesh Pound plushie and our Shark plushie for Maneater.
The plushies
Yes.
are
Yeah, those are a lot of fun.
Yeah. But essentially, the short answer is if you want us to make cooler, better merch, buy merch.
Yeah. At least buy the stuff that we know we should be making more of.
Yeah.
Virtuous cycle.
I'm actually trying to that scrape sculpt. I'm trying to see what it will take to get that mold casted so I can get it, which I know would make a lot of people very jealous. I know a guy who's like really good at painting too, so I was gonna then see if that.
Molly, you're low on health and around the corner.
I'm leaving. He was looking at you guys, so I thought I'd...
Yeah, we should get plushies of all of our Zeds.
I mean,
There are
it's
designs.
kind of a tie. Like, people feel just as passionately about the Zeds as they do, like, Foster and, you know,
Yeah.
the big characters. They are characters. They
We just need plushies of all of them. They're like Beanie Babies.
collect
Yeah.
Well,
All
with
of
a small
Kevin's
budget
children.
of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
and years of time, it too can be possible.
Right.
Where can I adopt a Zed today? Maybe a longer.
Oh, the IJC guys that have done a bunch of the weapon mods for KF2 actually gave me a personalized gift of a one-of-a-kind
Molly, can't see you. You're behind a bus.
He's grabbing. He's being grabby. I wanted hugs.
Good Easter egg.
Got you.
Embrace your death.
Hiding so I can reload.
Ooh.
Here's a warning for you.
Uh-oh, grenades. Molly, you're on top.
Granada!
Oh, no. I'm running too far from the medic.
It was the blood. It was the bloodlust.
Oh, it doesn't come. It doesn't come.
Molly
in
decided to
video.
sit exactly on 2 grenades, and there was nothing I could do.
I sure did. I have a flesh pound behind me somewhere.
I've got a flesh pound and the shark.
Oh,
and some
the
other,
IGC. Yeah, that one is cool.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
I guess I gotta turn my background off, but then you guys would see my messy room.
And then your mom will get mad.
Yeah.
Don't let him see the house like that.
I'll make my bed later.
Oh.
Ready to die.
There we go. There we go.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I love this thing. One of a kind, man eater.
It's good.
You can cuddle with it at night.
Time to try the next. You're mine.
Hold on.
I got grabbed.
Ah!
Uh-oh. Oh, grenade dumping.
If you wait 1 second and hold it back up again, they might be able to. I don't know if the screen is a little bigger.
Oh yeah.
Video wise. There it is.
I love it so much.
Back to your regularly scheduled play.
Face me. I'll burn your lungs to ashes.
Ah, grenades, grenades.
To ashes.
I've chosen a new subject.
What's everybody's favorite boss fight?
Matriarch for me, but I'm
Matriarch.
biased. I worked heavily on that one.
So much
That's fair though.
what will you do?
She
Ah.
her fight feels pretty involved, and I like that.
Yeah, that was a great boss you guys developed.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun to work on. Took a long period of time in 2019. I think we started on that in April and then shipped it in the
What
December
have for you
update.
next, piggies?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, there was matriarch talk, like we knew there were, like, it was being talked about internally forever, it felt like, but yeah, she took a long time to make her
Congrats.
appearance. 'Cause I feel like I saw other iterations of her design or
You
something.
cannot.
Yeah, she went through a lot of different concepts in early iterations
Yeah,
in
like her
terms of
visual.
like how
Yeah.
how big she was. Was she more sleek? Was she more hulking, massive? Really kind of defining her silhouette, her different phases, her armor pieces, what she looked like underneath.
Fine. Die! Die now!
Oh,
Time for
Well.
some
Ah!
fresh meat.
all right.
Now it's up to Dragon.
So,
She's like, oh
the
boy,
roast
okay,
begins.
fine.
My twin
Yeah.
fangs.
Carry on my wings.
Ah!
Nano
You cannot survive
says
this
they
barrage.
like the
You cannot.
patriarch because they really understand the fight. And yeah,
Submit.
he's been around a longer. Yeah, he's very easily read, I feel like, too.
Uh-oh. Dragon!
You can do it.
No!
No.
All right. What map did we say we were going to do
I
next?
won't lie, piggies. I found you all a little
Spillway?
pedestrian.
Spillway.
And
Spillway.
I'm dead.
Spillway sounds right.
Sounds good.
I'm not getting Spillway queued up. Let's take a moment to get a couple more of our readied questions during this downtime as I switch us over. So Molly, if you want to queue up our guest.
Sorry, what? Oh,
Yes, questions, guests. The reason we're here. We have special guests. They're awesome.
where
They
did
don't
I
come visit
leave
us every day.
Yes, it's true. Did I only get through one question?
You only kind of got through one question, and you started with question 2, so you kind of missed the first question.
Question 2.
Hey, someone's asking for KF3 shirts, so maybe we can make that happen. Jared, hint, hint. It's a pretty badass shirt.
Did I ask from Benny on the Tripwire forums, what are things your team considers when creating cosmetic models for characters and weapons? How do you find the gray area between sci-fi, realistic, and just fun? And then, as someone with thousands of hours in the game, they say they can only imagine how difficult and tricky it is to keep people happy. I know that much of the DLC-related content is community-driven, but the official store packs and concepts I heard also come from your team. So
Yeah, I can touch on that a bit. When it comes to cosmetics, we're definitely keeping a keen eye on what is popular. We took a strong look at analytics and understanding like what's successful, what's selling well. We really try to have a good infusion of both like new designs and themes, kind of stretching our various different seasonal events that we have and just how we can play well with it. And then just kind of looking at popular trends where we can kind of expand the universe of different outfits and clothing that makes sense within the KF world. And then just continuing to iterate and try to listen to feedback as much as we can. And particularly with the community content, really trying to integrate what rises to the top in terms of workshop voting, popular creators, people we've worked with in the past have been really successful. So it's a blend of many different things, but really trying to keep it a strong ear to the community, both from a data perspective, but also just looking through our various community forums, surveys, etc.
yeah, I feel like we do find a good balance between, we know there's the people that want the realistic, gritty looking stuff, but you know, the fun, goofy stuff sells too. and it can be just so much fun. Like that's it's a history of Killing Floor too, right? Like it's fun,
Yeah.
it's spooky, it's scary, but it doesn't take itself so seriously that you can't throw a chicken suit on a character, you know?
Right. There's places for neon and tactical gear all at the same time.
Exactly. Or whatever I've done to my Dar here. Like, yeah. So
Yeah, I feel like just a high level kind of rule of thumb we tried, with Killing Floor 2 was just, is it fun? Is it cool? And if both were yes, then it fits in this world.
yeah.
I think coolism was the tagline
Yeah.
that we always lived by.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I remember a really early stream with when Alan was playing with some folks, and he was saying that, Killing Floor is about killing stuff, having fun killing stuff, and looking cool while doing it. And I was like, yeah, that's Killing Floor.
Yeah, and just happens that there are many different perspectives on what
Of what's
that
cool
looks like.
and
Yeah.
what that people want to see. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Agreed.
kind of the pasta sauce approach. There's no just one sauce that's right for everyone. You got to get all the different flavors.
Yep. Yep.
So meat sauce it is. Got it.
Meat sauce. With
The
all
one true sauce.
all the fixins. This one comes from Chronos Draw on the Tripwire forums. What is the best way to start a career as a gore artist? So, any advice for an aspiring artist that also that wants to get into the gaming industry, who also happens to like the gore and the guts?
Yeah, I saw that. I was actually thinking, I was like, normally you're not hiring for gore artist, but it is in a very, it's a crucial aspect to any gritty first person shooter or any gritty game, really. I would say my biggest advice would be put something together in Unreal 5, like put together a little demo and construct a creature or a person and have all the different inner gore levels and show some examples of it. Because if obviously if you had put something like that together and show it to a developer, they'll be very excited, because it's very challenging to develop a gore system that will actually run when you put in the aspects of like all the different creatures and how many material IDs do they have, how many polygons is it, because you can make something that looks really badass but runs like ass. But it's really hard to develop it where it's gonna work and be efficiently put together where you can have that on a bunch of things and on the fly snap your finger having those cause and effect happen based on like the weapon damage.
Yeah, and core systems are comprised of all like visual effects, tech art, character modeling, all kind of working in concert to provide that just a visual effect in game. So it's a blend of different disciplines that you really just have to adapt and really understand.
Well, there you have it. You have some tips from official gore artists here at Tripwire. I feel like.
Well, as a disclaimer, neither of us are the gore artists.
I think they meant it more broad. Like, I think people think of us as something of a gore artist in the general sense that, we are very good at putting out gory, violent games. In that sense, professional gore artists.
If only David Hensley was here. He could speak on that.
Yeah.
Well, we might have more special guests.
We might.
I do. Dave's a very brilliant, interesting, unique individual, but he's my best friend. I've known him since college, and I remember when we were working on KF2, and we were trying to figure out how on one material ID could we get all of the blood to be painted onto the Zed depending on which limb was removed. And Dave was heading that up, and days and days just beating his head, like trying to figure out. And then just one day he just came up to me, he's like, Bill, I had a dream, I know how to do it now. So like while he was sleeping, he had a dream, and it showed him how he needed to do it, and
I love
he did
it. The classic, it came to me in a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just need to sleep on it.
Yep.
It's true.
Sometimes
I saw
you
the severed limbs in my mind, and how it all split together.
He did, and how it was like packed and broken down, and using the different channels on the material ID to like get it to work. And I was like, sweet, man.
Well,
you must have some scary dreams.
Yeah.
And those are the good ones.
Yeah. No, that was a great one.
And that's a good dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, David, your dreams were not the same. Yeah. That's not a good dream to me. But yeah, that's super cool. Do we want to take on another? Oh, I was just thinking about, while you're talking about that, part of what's cool about KF2 is the way the gore just blankets everything. So you have these settings, right, these environments, and yeah, you can tell something happened there, but they're not, in KF2, they're not totally filled with grit and grime. And in my opinion, that's kind of cool, because as the gibs fly and the blood flies, you're literally painting the map like red and distributing your own gore and ruin to the maps. And that
was actually one of our holy grails that we were trying to figure out, like, how the heck do we have it where we have blood that will never disappear, and paint, without hurting performance. Because in the past everyone handles that with decals. So we actually that's one of the things that we're super proud of, developing. The blood is actually always there in the world, painted on everything, and then masks are hiding it. And when it splatters, it's revealing that that layer. So yeah, but it definitely adds to the battle. Yeah. Like when a wave's done, you know where you fought at.
There's no
and so Zed blood is actually turpentine, and it's revealing the blood that's already everywhere in the world. Is what I'm hearing. That's the true lore.
Yes. From forgotten things. Yeah. Who's covering it up? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, and I admit, especially during early access days, I spent a lot of time manipulating the gore manager stuff in the INIs myself. And I wasn't hugely into modding on my own or anything, but people were like talking about the system and how cool it was and what you could do with it, and that we had access to messing with that stuff. And yeah, I would pick maps with our friends where we could sit in a spot and try to make persistent gibs just like pile and pile and pile as much as we could until we basically broke performance, because you can.
Yep.
There are limits for a reason.
Yes.
To things. But yeah, just having giant piles of bloats and
yeah, you're getting me
crawlers.
Excited.
Yep.
All right, shall we ready up
ready?
And drop into another game? Also, Molly, do you really want to see the daily objectives that much? You brought it up like 30 times.
Oh, this is me fidgeting. I'm trying not to fidget on the camera, but I am fidgeting on the screen.
Got it.
Sorry. Okay, I am ready to die.
For those about to die.
We salute you.
We Zed salute you.
We, yeah.
You
For
are
the
here
Working
to
on
Zeds
it.
serve
about to
Zeds.
die?
Yeah.
Salute you? I don't know if
Well,
we
why would now we
Eyes
can't
open.
salute Zeds. That's
No.
wrong.
Mm-mm.
Blah, 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 blah. Starting it out right with some big explosions.
Explosions are always good.
Boop.
All right,
This
chat.
is a-
Who's gonna be the first to die here?
Stop!
Is it gonna be
might
Molly, or is it gonna be me?
You know what?
That's the
Maybe.
question.
I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna put my try hat on.
Oh.
Try hard hat.
We got a bloat on us.
Uh-oh. Grab.
Fine.
Get some
Trying to
distance.
shoot the butcher knife out of his hands.
All right. Oh. All right. Forget where everybody is, and try not to die.
Oh, pulled his head.
It was almost me. It was almost me. David, when you loop around, I'm gonna heal you.
Yep.
Got you.
It's like Jared's talking too much smack.
A little bit, little bit.
Reopen
Oh,
the
we got another bloat.
I put an option as I would be the first one to die. It wasn't,
Could be anyone.
yeah.
No, I
Here.
don't want to die instead.
There we go.
Well, I pulled a
if
bloat
you're
off
near me,
you.
there is a floor of healing. Please enjoy.
Please enjoy heals.
It is the opposite of a killing floor.
The healing. thing.
Ah! I had 1 health. Sorry. And I went up to the fake heal station, wishing it were real.
Make for the pod and gear
Yeah.
up.
Not actually
don't-
thinking it worked, but just wishing.
You're a
Don't-
mess.
Don't look into the
Get
blue
some
flames.
We still never figured out how to kill the floor yet.
No.
No, we've been trying for
Okay.
years.
Do
I
we
think killing
kill
killing
the
floor
heal the ceiling?
killing floor 4. Maybe
Wow, is that going to
maybe
be
then.
where the secret is revealed?
The killing floor?
We were
floor.
the floors all
No,
along.
killing floor. Oh, I see it. Yeah, it writes itself.
Yeah.
We were the floors all along.
Anybody have spare money? Doubtful, but just putting
Oh.
that out there just in case.
All tapped out.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, medic. We broke the
I'm a
rule.
little low on the healing grenades because I
We
might
broke the
have them
rules.
earlier.
Checks.
Yeah.
I have to power down.
It's fine. All fine.
We
Everything's
will
fine.
call
We're gonna live.
out. We will call out if we see a
Yeah.
some
If you
green
see ammo,
glowy.
please let me
Doors
know.
closed. Go make a
green
difference.
glowy goodies.
We should probably join them.
Oh, I did.
Got some bloats coming.
I used all my monies on this with not that much.
Oops.
I
classic
did,
blunder,
I
as
did
it
the
were.
killing floor thing. I got the gun greed. The gun greed is real.
Alright, so the answer, chat, is while we both came close to dying, neither of us died.
I think I came
Yeah.
the closest because I got down to 1 HP.
That fair? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
did I-
kind of like winning.
Did I win? Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
forget
it's
they
like
come
golf.
from like way over there. You cannot come down! Oh, I came down.
Uh-oh. We have friends coming, judging by that sound.
Brrr. So,
4 pounds.
Throwing a grenade on our feet. Please use.
please soak it in.
Oh, I may have dropped off a ledge because that's what I do.
Just gotta
I'm-
test gravity every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, you are not who I
Make
thought
sure
I was
gravity still
following.
works.
And for every map, that's not necessarily true.
Well, I'm now back up here with Dragonfly, and I
That's
don't
not
know
a
where
real
everybody
door.
else is.
I remember now.
Uh,
I'm coming back up. I am with Dragon.
You can get with the
now
group.
I'm with David. I feel like we keep getting separated.
Do these? I don't remember.
Alright.
Perfect.
Heals are out. Heals are out.
Let's get you restocked.
These need
Thanks,
to
Stellar,
look.
the
these need to
alien
really-
deer over on YouTube, who
Good
bought
day's
everything
work
what
and
was on
everyone
sale. Thank you.
survived.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
very
you
much.
guys so much for the support with the free weekend and on the sales.
I see you have no grenades.
So fun.
Is that wise?
Being able to watch people grab up stuff while it's cheap.
Yep. Seeing so many people experience Killing Floor for the first time, and other people, you know, just stocking up on things, getting ready.
Reminder, in-game sale
Training.
runs to the 28th, so scoop it up while you can.
Yeah.
Oh, do we want to? Are we all good? Do we want to skip
I'm good.
this
I'm good.
streamer?
Yeah, sure.
Time's almost up. Vite.
This felt like a huge feature when the skip trader got added.
Yeah. I always forget though. I always forget to do it.
Keep the area
I'm
secure.
that person. It's not that I
Well,
don't want to.
I like-
it's that I forget to.
I like the downtime, so I don't mind using all of
Yeah,
it.
gives you a little bit of a breather every once in a while.
Are you okay? Are your ankles
Buster
okay?
says Spillway to this date is the only map whose trophy I do not have.
Whoa! Well, we need to help you get that trophy.
Yeah.
For the collectible?
Do you have there do be ammo over here?
I haven't used any grenades yet, but thank you. We're saving that for later.
I
hopefully.
almost grabbed it and I did it. Kind
I'm
of
gonna say this
hoarding
spot
my...
is doing well for us right now.
Good sight lines.
It's a merciful stand your ground spot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some of them are not so much. And that's
Like
the point.
into the box with
Yeah.
no escapers. Well, as a reminder, they're always optional. You do not have to die here if you
They
don't want.
are optional. And server owners can turn them off for the league, too. Ah!
Throwing some heals down because we're a little bit, you know,
Dance! Oh,
Dragon, trying to keep Dragon alive. Oh, trying to keep David alive. Trying to keep everybody alive.
Medic!
Throwing another grenade down at my feet. Please use.
Okay.
Area remains unbreached.
I got my daily. So proud of myself.
All right, whoever dies first buys dinner.
Oh no. Like,
Not
are we
Mc-
talking?
not
Are we
McDonald's,
talking
yeah.
like?
No, there ain't no McDonald's.
Oh, so we're not talking like a chicken sandwich for Publix or something? Like we can't do that.
I mean,
Publix
I like
actually
that
has really
it's
good stuff.
I said that
It's
because
like,
it was hard to
it's-
say no to.
I mean,
'cause
I
they're
would not say
good.
no.
Sub is like, it has its own cult.
Yep.
No one dies.
Actually, the public subs are a lot better than if you go anywhere else.
Grenades.
I guess we should be careful.
In my
Brand
opinion.
talking. But
Mm.
As a reminder, we are not sponsored.
we are not. We have no affiliation. I'm gonna go. Ooh, I haven't played with the crossboom in a while, and that is fun. Look at me buying armor. So
Good for
proud.
you.
I'm about to shut the pod.
So
Alright.
I too can skip the trader.
Oh yeah, remember reload your weapons. The other thing I always forget to do.
Reload.
Break time's over.
We
Get
haven't
back
got
to work.
heal.
More Zeds inbound.
Oh, we just
Right.
stood here. I assumed we
Yeah,
were
seems
gonna
like
get
it.
another one. Are we chancing this spot some more?
Seemed to work out decently.
Raindrops keep falling on your head, except for they're really spider-like and trying to
I don't
bite
recall
you.
this version of the song.
A solid start.
More
I
blood
think
drops
that I was
dropping
think
on their
that
head.
was David standing down there, and they all dropped from above him.
Like, that's
on
not
his
rain.
head.
Leave me alone.
The quarter pounders.
I mean, E.D.A.R.s can be an annoyance, but that extra little EMP damage
Favorite
you
bit.
get off them is pretty handy.
Definitely can be a lifesaver.
Shush. Shush, lady. So in my early KF2 life, I used to not choose the skill that let you that let your grenades be ignored by the scream, the siren scream. Because I thought, well, I dealt with it in KF1. I can deal with it in KF2. I don't need that crutch. And no, you need it's foolish to pass that
It's
up.
very helpful
It's
in higher difficulty levels.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I don't use it, is all I'm saying.
I use it now.
Alright.
And maybe it's because, you know,
No shame in
I
that.
stream and play it more too. So
Yeah, fair.
the edge is nice.
You're staying in one piece.
You're
That's
distracted.
great. Keep it up.
But yeah, I remember being kind of snooty about it early on.
Well, just because I'm seeing all the chatter, once again, as a reminder, we can't really answer any questions about KF3 today. There's going to be opportunities for that in the future. We're just as
I
excited
suggest
as you guys
purchase
are,
armor.
but we're not ready to really dive into those with you just yet.
No, not yet. And the best place to find anything new when it does release, because we will shout about it from all our rooftops, is our social media. We'll
Yep.
follow the Tripwire Interactive
Hurry up.
X, formerly known as Twitter, the Instagrams, all that good stuff. Our forums.
I think
tripwireinteractive.com.
fans might surmise that there's lots of new content coming their way.
There is something to be on the lookout for.
Yeah, so
Still floors to be killed.
There
Yeah,
are
don't worry.
forced to be killed.
just keep an eye out. Uh-oh.
How dare
There's
people.
there be bad people coming. And he's right here. Throwing a heel down. Oh, never
Is he?
mind. Dragon took care of it.
Dragon said no.
Check the hallway.
Got a little grinder going over here.
Quarter pounder.
Another one coming.
So I affectionately named the quarter pounders Bruce because I don't know. In my head it felt right.
It's kind of
I
Bruce
mean-
like.
I can't tell you
Yeah.
you're wrong.
We've had this discussion a few times. The community has named a few things. Crawlers were called Steves by a large circle of folks. I can't remember what else, but yeah. I don't know. Those are the kind of conversations you have with your friends playing late night killing floor.
Yeah.
In your face! Yes, this is quite a choke point right here.
I think it'll work for us until it stops
Until it
working
does
for
it?
us. Yeah.
Until they get
we
up the
get too
stairs.
comfortable.
That sounds classic killing floor.
That is also. Why am I talking about feeling good about how we're doing?
Oh, 3 left. Nice.
Okay.
We may yet survive.
Yay, us!
We did.
Make for the
We
pole
got it.
and Gear up.
All right, let's see if we can't pull some more interesting questions from the
Impressed by your
community.
survival instinct out there.
I'm gonna weld you guys.
Uh,
I'm gonna weld.
from Michelangelo Gaming, are some of the same creators of Killing Floor the same who worked on Red Orchestra or Rising Storm? Yes.
Glad you made
So
it back.
Bill here has been part of the team since the original Red Orchestra mod, before we were Tripwire. I think you were like, well, not just an owner. I think you were like employee number 2, Bill. Tell me I'm wrong. I think I was employee 7. So
Yeah,
there's
I
several
mean,
of us who have been around and worked on pretty much every game Tripwire has ever made.
Yeah.
yeah, I was around in the mod day. Yeah, I was yeah, I guess employee. I was one of the original OGs for sure.
Yeah, you're either 2 or 3. I think because just in that office when Tripwire first started. So
Yeah, I was the first one that drove down. So it was
okay, so you were employee number 1 then maybe.
Yeah.
See, you need like a big "I'm number 1" like.
But
pin or
as you
something.
know, as an owner,
Yeah.
founder, not really an employee. What you know?
I mean, you employed yourself, did you not?
Good
Yeah. You
job.
You did work.
Good
Yeah,
job
you.
on
you...
that. I think you made the right call.
Yeah, it's such a surreal thing, you know, because like when we first started, we were trying to figure out like where's the cheapest place that we could move to live. You know, because we won the making something on real competition, but and they advertised it as $1 million, but when everything's divvied out with all the different places and everything like that, it ended up being like the rights to the game engine and $50,000 that we actually got. And
Yeah.
we're looking back, I'm like, how did we even pull it
How
off?
do you
But
make it work?
we you know we found a church that actually
It's great right here.
would rent out the second
Oh.
floor to businesses,
Okay.
and they gave us a room and charged us, you know, it's like $100 a month. with all the
Okay, Scrag, I didn't
utilities.
invite you.
Definitely wild times back then, you know. But you know, when you're in
Well.
your 20s and you don't have a family yet. you can
Now that
take
I made
that
that
trip.
one mad, I'm gonna move over here. Oh no.
Hi,
that's a
just
lot
keep
of-
running. Just keep running. Just keep running.
Just keep running. This
Just
is a
keep
kite
running.
moment. Kite moment! I made everything mad and I'm running away.
Bitch.
That is also how you play Killing Floor with your friends. You anger them all and you set them loose on your buddies. That's 5 health.
I-
It's going
Well,
to Emily.
yeah.
I knew that
There was
was
something
coming.
you could do there.
Yeah. He gave
Uh-oh.
himself.
Yep,
Oh,
Gave
Jared.
himself for the
alright.
call. Which
Dinner's on Molly.
does anybody else player-wise recall? Did you learn in the game for the first time through trial that the husks will run at you and explode on you? Because I clearly remember the first time that happened to me, and it like stunned me. Like I was kind of like, "What just happened?" And then it just cracked me up. I was like, that was amazing. I didn't know that was a threat I had to look out for.
Well,
And I
nothing's
love
funnier
that I
than
do.
yeah, nothing's funnier than Tiny Terror with a
Oh my
miniature
God.
little huss going for a suicide run, getting
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
You got this, Jared.
Well, these are my last 10 rounds, so probably not.
Yeah. Now it's just survive. Survive for healths and pew-pews.
Trying to. If he enrages again, I'm screwed.
There it is.
Oh, something died back there.
I think that was a flesh pound rolling through
Well,
something.
there's only 3, so they are amped up to kill you. As last player standing. There you go.
I was gonna say, if I had walked into that bloat, I would have cried. And there we go.
We did it!
I win.
Huzzah!
We did it.
Boom. Come see
Thank
me.
you for
Pod
carrying
safely
to-
open. Nicely done.
Every once in a while. I
So
do
how's
okay.
that getting killed
There's
thing
some guns
working
over
out?
here.
C'est pas bon.
Would they happen to be mine?
They
There
look
are
like
some
pistols,
duels
so yes.
down on the
Okay.
ground.
Alright.
Is this one mine? That's a cock and burn. This is
I
mine.
will.
Alright, let's
Oh,
see.
perfect.
I'm racing back to the trader, but also trying to keep an eye on chat.
Make your choices.
Anything
Yeah,
else?
I did realize, yeah, the mods on this server are letting us pick up additional dropped items. I forgot about that. I was confused for a second.
Block 18. Found him.
Hurry up. Zeds are getting closer.
Ah!
One question about proudest moments developing KF2. I mean, I'm sure for everybody they got their different.
Time keeps
I made a
I-
bad choice.
For me personally, when we
I'll
had
let you have
the when we did the mocap for the guns and the Zeds, when I started getting the actual mocap data and cleaning it up and just seeing how like good it looked, I was just super excited. You know, because KF2 is quite a level up from Killing Floor 1 as far as like the quality of the animations, especially.
Absolutely.
Huge.
Come this way, Molly.
I am. I'm fighting every urge to do risky things.
Yeah, for me it was getting through Gold Master on PS4 for the initial launch, and have that out in the world and having a physical copy, and then seeing my name in the credits as the first credited role within the industry. So that was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that gives me a flashback to the when we were at the PlayStation show in Vegas, and they showed Killing Floor 2 trailer on the big screen. That was pretty awesome.
We did get some awesome Sony love with Killing Floor 2.
Yeah.
I bought a PS Pro 4 Pro because of Killing Floor 2.
I was gonna say that actually reminds me because we were one of the launch titles for the PS4 Pro, and we did not know what that thing's name was.
For a
even
very
though we
long
were
time.
like 50 feet away from the stage where it was being announced. Like they kept that super secret.
Yeah, it was wild to have like Mark Cerny talk about the game you're working on stage.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I
I am
That
on fire.
is hurtful. Oh, they're up there too.
Yeah, one of these husks is channeling their inner Molly
I don't know
Firebug.
where is it. Oh, they're down there.
See, someone's saying that they got wave 50 on Endless. That's pretty impressive.
Okay,
nice.
I do have to admit that is one of my favorite community moments. Is Endless coming out and players getting their hands on it, and I didn't see the whole live broadcast, but I saw a chunk of it. I think I saw the end where players hit NA players mostly hit wave 100 for the first time, and that was such a big
I was gonna say
deal.
there's some special lines that start happening in those later waves too, which are really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I have so much money.
Yeah, that was so fun to put that together and work on that.
Can I Dashin gun yet, guys?
I mean,
I have not
we
been.
have a boss left.
I want a Dashin gun.
There you go. Buy a Dashin gun.
No, I want to play some old school RPG because it feels like I've been playing.
Okay. Well, what boss are we gonna get?
Oh.
What do you think? We got 14 seconds. Make your call. Which one are we get?
No, Abomination, my call.
All right. You think it's Abomination? I'm hoping.
I think
for
it's Patty. Did you say
All right,
Patty?
2 for Patty. Yeah.
Okay. I'm feeling Patty today. A little Kevin.
Ports closed.
Little Kevin goes a long
Make a
way.
difference.
This question asked about why the Stalker doesn't have cooldowns on the teleport effect. She's so. This was at least our thought. You know, she's so easy to kill, and it causes you to have to look around and pay attention. That when she's attacking, you can see her, and when she's not, she goes back into that cloak. But you can see kind of like the ripple distortions
And
to know that there's still something there.
she's actually very loud with like default set up on your PC and stuff, and you don't have another, you know, album playing in the background or whatever, like, she's loud. So if players listen, you can hear her hum. Her hum and her whispers are pretty loud.
Dragon, he's chasing you. Well, never mind. He's
Left
coming
her
back.
up. Oh boy.
My favorite is that she whispers, "I love you" to players, and that's great. Ah! No, I take it all back. You guys are
Tough love.
lovely. Where'd it go? Oh, of course, I'm not. Where did I see ammo?
There it is.
All right, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I believe in us.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I believe in us slightly less.
They ring around the rosy with him.
I thought right as I rounded that, I bet he fires his laser, and he fired his laser.
It's time for you to go to Vegas.
Dang, really?
And I'm trying to get back to you guys.
Guys, we gotta wrap this up. I need to go gamble, I guess. Feeling
Oh.
lucky. Gotta play the
Put
lottery.
it all on red.
Killing floor. Put it all on red.
Why does he like me too much?
You didn't send them a Christmas card?
Yes, that's what went wrong.
So, I'll ask everybody this. What wins taste tests for you guys? Bio Cola or puke juice? Which
Mr.
do you
Bloaty's
think?
Frosty.
I think I have to lean towards BioCola. Sure, I don't know what's in it, but it's probably not
But
going to
it's-
kill me.
But it's all
Most-
natural?
Most likely
Maybe?
electrolyte. It's got what the body craves.
No, that's what plants crave.
Oh.
That's
No,
what
no.
you're.
It's
Zeds
it's
crave.
Zed juice, and
Hey.
it's what people
Speaking
crave.
of getting the Spillway trophy or achievement, I
Yay!
just got it. Apparently, I didn't
There
have
we
it
go.
on this difficulty.
Woo!
Good job.
We did
Celebratory
it.
Josh in the air.
Do we have any more questions? I feel like maybe we should wrap it up with some questions.
I think we had maybe one or two more that I wanted to get to, but we were too busy trying to not die. Noob guy, what is in the healing syringe? Probably BioCola.
Probably related to Zed chunks is what has been kind of implied in certain ways.
Yeah, sorry we missed.
Well,
a few
it's
of those
highly
questions.
processed.
It's highly it's a safe process too, I'm sure.
Yeah, non-fat, organic.
Yeah, doesn't cause cancer, we promise.
Not
Is it-
cancer. It could be any number of other things, but not cancer. Safe.
I'm
Right.
not sure if it's tested on animals or not, but it's definitely tested on humans.
It's field tested.
All right.
Go with that.
Well, Molly, I think it's about time to show off some winners.
Well, that's right.
of-
We have that going.
Yeah,
Hold on.
we've got some clips to share with everybody.
We sure do.
For those who haven't been paying attention, we've been asking pretty much two questions in almost all of our social spaces, forums, Discord, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Please share with us your favorite killing floor moment of the past 15 years. And if you have an awesome clip,
Share it.
it with us.
It can be funny. It can be that perfect moment, that perfect takedown, whatever. We want to see what you enjoyed. All right, so looking for my names. Here it is. Yeah, so we have two winners this
Yay.
round. What are they winning? I don't have
One
written
second, I
down
will
what they're
find out.
winning.
Yep. Let me double check.
Unless it's further up in the... Because I don't want to think the wrong.
I have
And
pinged to
winners
double
will
check.
be contacted outside of this stream as well. You don't have to be here to win. We just want to show it off. But
Yep. James, we do have quite a few devs who have ended up in people's streams. Turns out devs get excited when people play their game. So.
Very true.
yeah. Should we go ahead and play them, and then
Yeah,
we can tell them what they won later?
Yes. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm getting that information now.
So the first clip is from, okay, I don't know if I'm going to butcher this name, so please forgive me. Mikhail? That's what I'm guessing, from Florida. And they've got a fun little one-on-one with the patriarch. And playing that now.
You're driving me ballistic.
Don't mind if I do.
Did I make you bleed?
This stuff must be worth a pretty penny.
I wonder. Do what?
Crisp you up.
Nice. Right down the middle.
Cut them in half. That's some beautiful gore.
Yeah, you love to see it. And that was Mikhail's.
And then he was
Correct.
twitching.
So, Mikhail, if you're out there, you've won your brand new, very own custom Steam Deck.
Ooh,
Congratulations.
A Steam Deck.
Congrats.
Round of applause
Now
for
we're even
Mikhail.
more.
Now.
It's a golf clap for Mikhail. Yeah, that was some beautiful gore, and yeah, he had that. They had that that gun ready. I probably would have turned around and ran into him and panicked and died. So good on them. The second winner is Mariano from California, and they have a clip from Killing Floor 1, also a